This is Admiral Coffrey, Commanding Officer of the GVD Samtic, 13th the Sudan Battle Group. The NTF rebellion is over. Polaris, Regulus, and Sirius are now under Allied control, and we begin the process of rebuilding these systems after 18 months of bloodshed. NTF officers responsible for the genocide of the Sudan civilians will face a war crimes tribunal in Beta Aquila. GTVA warships in the nebula are now hunting down the Iceni and the other blockade runners. For those Terran pilots joining us in Gamma Draconis, welcome aboard. Your assignment is part of an officer exchange program to foster better cooperation and understanding. You will serve in their Sudan wings and pilot their Sudan fighters. Our crews have modified our craft to accommodate Terran pilots. We as an alliance have come a long way since the Terran-Sudan War, and initiatives such as this can only strengthen the bond between our species. With the rebellion defeated, we are now able to focus on our exploration and containment operation in the nebula. We have 3 objectives in this theater: to locate uncharted Shivan jump nodes, to destroy all hostiles encountered, and to apprehend Admiral Aiken Bosch. We begin launching our squadrons at 32:30, the Sudan Galactic Time. The Samtic has received a shipment of the new GTW-66 Maxim gun. The Maxim is by definition an energy weapon, though it behaves like a mass driver, accelerating caseless uranium slugs along its smooth-bore barrel. The Maxim has difficulty penetrating shield defenses, but its effect on hull plating is devastating. Use the Maxim at your discretion. You have also been issued the GTW-83 Lamprey cannon. A second-generation leech gun, the Lamprey affects the energy systems of your target, draining its weapon, shield, and afterburner reserves. Coupled with a balanced hull and shield-damaging weapon, the Lamprey is highly effective against smaller vessels. All Terrans be advised that the Sudan fighters and bombers may be equipped with the Meku HL-7, a modified version of the Subak HL-7. The Meku design has been optimized for the reactor grids of the Sudan craft to increase the cannon's rate of fire.
Welcome to the 203rd Terran. I am Commander Abu, Squadron Leader. Our unit has served the Emperor since the war between our species nearly 5 decades ago. I understand you were among the pilots who assisted our counterinsurgency effort in the Deneb system. We are honored to fight by your side, pilot. You will lead Alpha Wing. Allied Command has ordered the 203rd to nullify a gas mining operation in the vicinity of our secured perimeter. Reconnaissance has located 6 Rahu-class miners, defended by a screen of sentry guns. Your primary objective is to destroy the miners. Your secondary objective is to neutralize the sentry guns. Be advised, the shockwave of a gas miner explosion will have a destructive radius greater than that of a ship of comparable size. As the hull integrity of your target approaches 0, put as much distance as possible between yourself and the miner. We believe the Shivans are using the nebular gas for energy. Good luck.
Attention all units. Long-range scanners detect a defensive perimeter of 6 sentry guns and a wing of Mara-class fighters designation Virgo. Proceed with caution. 1 Belial-class sentry gun neutralized. 5 more guard the perimeter. The GV-8 unit will provide AWAC support. Destroyed 1 Rahu-class miner. 5 remain. Seek and destroy. We have negated 3 of 6 guns in the perimeter. Only 2 sentry guns remain. Two miners down. Repeat, 2 miners are down. Incoming jump signature. Hostile configuration. Good work, pilot. Their operation has been compromised 50%. Continue with your mission. Incoming jump signature.
By your command.
Only 2 Rahu miners remain. Finish them now, Alpha.
Take these action, pilot. Formidable.
Miner is down. Perimeter objective neutralized. All guns are down.
Shaven bombers have engaged. Request immediate fighter cover.
All units, defend the Tatinan. We'll resume our attack once we eliminate this threat. Intercept and destroy.
By your command. Engaging enemy. By your command. Engaging enemy.
All units, we are picking up an unusual jump signature in your immediate vicinity. Seek and identify.
Acknowledged. Database does not recognize the configuration. Target exceeds square specification. Reading multiple cannon signatures. Request mission update.
Disengage now, Lieutenant. Break off and retreat. We're pulling you out. The Tatinan has been destroyed. I repeat, the Tatinan has been destroyed. All units, return to base. We do not have the firepower to challenge that warship.
Affirmative. We will destroy your target. Rear departing as ordered.
Allied intelligence has no conclusive data on the Sathanas, the Sheevan juggernaut that destroyed the Titanan. The GTVA Security Council has declared a state of emergency. If our preliminary assessment is correct, the Sheevans are preparing a full-scale incursion. However, the Sicilian could pose a much greater threat than the Lucifer superdestroyer of the Great War. Our priority must be to gather as much data as possible. Meanwhile, Command is preparing to execute a contingency plan should the Shivans move this vessel into Gamma Draconis. Your valor and skill are formidable, Terran. Your commanders spoke very highly of you, and we see now their praise was not exaggerated. You risk your life above and beyond the call of duty to fulfill your objectives, regardless of the danger. We'll make a student of you yet.
Why does the ancient portal lead us here? Have the Shivans been waiting for us for thousands of years? This odyssey, this exodus. Do we journey toward the promised land, or into the Valley of the Kings? 3 decades ago, I envisioned a new future for our species. And now that we are on the brink of realizing my dream, I feel only solitude and regret. Has my entire life's work been a fool's crusade? Have I led my people into this desert, only to die? My regime has caused nothing but savagery and suffering, but I cannot turn back now. I must find the destroyers that lurk behind this veil of clouds. Or I must wait for the destroyers to find me. The nebula is a remnant of a supernova thousands, if not billions of light years from Earth. And I wonder now if our ancestors witnessed the death of this star, erupting over an Egyptian landscape, blazing with the brilliance of 400 million suns. Even in their divinity, no pharaoh could have imagined this.
Alpha 1, you will pilot the new Tar-class stealth fighter. Your mission is to scan the subsystems of the Sicilian Juggernaut. Allied intelligence has requested data regarding the navigation, weapons, sensors, and communication subsystems of the warship. To scan a subsystem, you must first select it with the subsystem targeting control, then close to 150 meters to scan. The lead indicator must be in the center of your reticle. Maintain that position until the scan indicator has moved across your target view. Average scanning time is 5 seconds. The design of the stealth fighter will minimize your EM signature, though we have not tested the stealth fighter against Shivan targets. Avoid flying into the line of sight of enemy fighters, and keep moving as much as possible. The longer you stay in one position, the greater your risk of detection. Firing weapons will also reveal your position. To create a diversion, the GVCV Mahes will direct an assault toward the stern of the warship. This will draw enemy fire away from you and the systems you must target. The Satanas has a smaller concentration of turrets in this quadrant, but you must complete your mission quickly. The Corvette will not last long against the Juggernaut.
The Mahes has already engaged the Satanas. You'll have to move quickly. The systems you need to scan are listed in the directives window.
By your command.
Target the subsystem and close to within 150 meters. You must have a direct line of sight to the subsystem to scan it properly. If the subsystem is not in view, it will be marked with a diamond on your HUD. The subsystem's lead indicator must also be in your reticle. The average scanning time is 5 seconds. If the scan cycle is aborted, you will have to make another attempt. You have scanned the navigation subsystem. 1 down and 3 to go. Mission scanned. Good work. You have completed 50% of your mission. The weapon subsystem has been scanned. Excellent. One last subsystem to scan. You have acquired the sensor data. Mission accomplished, Alpha 1. You may return to base, or you may perform one more task. Destroy as many turrets as you can. Intelligence has requested data on the strength of the warship's armaments. However, be advised you may return to base at any time.
Indefinitely.
Very impressive, Terran. Though the Sicilian Tactical Command had its doubts, our deployment of a Tar-class stealth fighter was successful. Against difficult odds, you acquired subsystem scans of the Shivan Juggernaut. GTVI analysts are now reviewing the data, searching for a weakness in the Juggernaut's defenses. Once intelligence completes its report, Allied Command will outline our strategy for neutralizing the Sathanas threat. Your attack against the turrets of the Sathanas has yielded important data regarding the relative strength of the Juggernaut's weapons. This information should prove useful. For conspicuous gallantry at the risk of your own life, you are hereby awarded the Medal of Valor. Your reconnaissance of the Sathanas identified weak points in the Juggernaut's defenses. However, exploiting these weaknesses will require firepower that can be provided only by the main guns of our capital ships. The GVD Samtic, the GTD Aquitaine, and the GVD Toeris are standing by. Your mission is to lure the Sathanas into position. In the first phase, you will attack the SC Rephaim, a Rakshasa-class warship. Our recon flights have located the Rephaim near the Allied secure zone. The cruiser is accompanied by 2 wings comprised of Mara-class fighters. Our analysis of the Rephaim's flight pattern suggests the vessel is patrolling the region. Your first task is to eliminate the fighter escort. This must be achieved quickly, before reinforcements arrive. Once the escort has been neutralized, call in Delta Wing. The bombers will help you destroy the Rephaim. If necessary, your wing will need to incapacitate the cruiser's beam turrets to clear a path for your bombers. We anticipate the attack on the Rephaim will bring Shivan reinforcements. Your squadron is charged with the duty of engaging and destroying these hostiles until the Sathanas arrives. Sigma Wing will also be available to assist, once these bombers have returned from their current sortie. The upgraded Target Acquisition and Guidance Warhead is now available. The Tag B, an aspect-seeking missile, features an improved shock-resistant substrate that enables the beacon to transmit data with greater precision. The GVCV Saputo will provide fire support for this operation. The Alliance will execute simultaneous, coordinated strikes against Shivan positions in the nebula. For this reason, our destroyers will not be deployed unless the Sathanas appears in your field of engagement. If we fail to lure the Sathanas, or if the Juggernaut engages our forces elsewhere, we will abort this mission.
Command, we have hostiles on radar, but we cannot acquire a target. Fire command.
Are you able to see anything?
Negative. No visual contact.
Maintain your current heading, pilots.
Command, we're picking up an unusual transmission.
Can you identify it, Alpha?
The transmission is coming from the Rafale.
That's impossible. This is an Allied channel.
Confirmed. We are receiving a transmission from the Shivan warship.
We have destroyed the Rafeum. Excellent work, pilots.
Command, I have targeted the Iceni. The rebel command ship is in the field of engagement.
All units engage the Shivans. Stand clear of the Iceni. Do not attack that ship.
Acknowledge, Command. We will not engage the Iceni. The Iceni has activated its subspace drive.
Incoming jump signature. Kane-class warship. Designation Thomio.
Fire command. Engaging enemy. Reading hostile indicators.
Now deploying the Thutmose. Delta Wing is standing by. Call in the bombers at your discretion, Alpha.
This is Delta Wing.
This is Thutmose. We are now engaging the enemy. Affirmative.
We have nullified the Thomio. Job well done, pilots. Shivan reinforcements can arrive at any time. Rearm if you need to, pilots.
Acknowledged.
No sign of the Sathanas. We must keep up this offensive to lure the Shivan juggernaut. Incoming warship. It's a Malik-class corvette. Designation Golab.
I must rearm.
Dreadnought is heading for the Gamma Draconis node.
Acknowledged.
At 0745 hours, reconnaissance sighted the Sathanis Juggernaut heading for the jump node to Terran Vasudin space. Because of the immediate risk to our home systems, Command has aborted the plan to attack the Juggernaut in the nebula. All Allied forces have been ordered to withdraw immediately to Gamma Draconis. Further orders will be issued upon our arrival. We have no conclusive data regarding the transmissions exchanged between the Iceni and the Rephaim.
There's no time to wait. Alpha, close in and draw the fighters away from the nocils. Lure them toward the Renadit. We need to clear that detonation site before we sortie the freighter.